Hey, I'm Ray Talabas, doing another edition in my series of cigar reviews. I know I made a review earlier in the morning today, or actually afternoon today. Today is Monday, September 22nd, 24th actually, um, 2018. Um, um, Dropped my cigarette. Um, yeah, so I mean, the reason why I want to do this review was because sometimes I watch my reviews, and the recent reviews that I've watched have all been kind of like dark, tobacco heavy cigars or whatever. And I just wanted to switch it up and try something more of a kind of like a not quite Connecticut, but it's not quite as dark as the other ones that I had previously reviewed recently. There's another reason was that um, it's around 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't feel like sleeping, and I felt like smoking a cigar, and I was like, well, hell, man, like if I'm gonna smoke a cigar, I may as well shoot another review. You know what I mean? Kind of like that's how I felt. I mean, whether or not that's rational, I don't know. I mean, my sister once asked me a question about something I had done, and she questioned why I did it. I said, well, sometimes you have to have a little bit of irrationality in your life. You know what I mean? Like not everything you do has to make sense. I mean, to me, if you don't have a little bit of irrationality in your life, then you don't have freedom. I mean, because then everything you do has to make sense. I mean, without a little bit of irrationality in your life, you're stuck doing things that only make sense and that kind of puts you in a box. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll give you an example. Like this was like around 15 years ago with a couple of girl cousins of mine, and I've done this before. I drove to Ocean City, Maryland, many times at night just because I wanted to or whatever with friends and everything. And that's about a 3.5 hour drive. But Ocean City, Maryland is a ocean beach resort in Maryland. And I was like, hey, let's just do it. We're at a Dunkin' Donuts having nothing to do on a Friday night. And I said, well, hey, man, I mean, let's just drive to Ocean City. You know what I mean? And we did it. We had a great time. We got there. We left at around midnight. We got there, I guess, around 4 o'clock in the morning. And we got there just as the sun was rising on the beach and everything. It was beautiful. But I mean, if I was a rational person, hell, I'm not gonna take a 3.5 hour drive on a Friday night. You know what I mean, to Ocean City. I mean, I'd be like, no way. But I mean, without a little bit of rationality, you might not have the freedom in your life to do things that might be fun or might be productive. I mean, inspiration sometimes is irrational. It just comes out of nowhere. So anyway, I'm trying to describe my the reason why I decided to review this cigar. The tonight's video cigar review is of the Aging Room um, F55 Quattro. Um, Wonderful cigar. Rates very highly with Cigar Aficionado, and whether you read other publications or on the internet, they usually rate it pretty high. Yeah. So the Aging Room Quattro F55 Quattro. It's a robusto size box press. Um, it's all box press. Aging Room is a company out of the Dominican Republic. The owner and president is Yoki Blanco. I mean, not Yoki Blanco. Rafael Nodal. Yoki Blanco is the master blender. Um, you might not have heard of Rafael Nodal or Yoki Blanco, but within the industry, they're very respected. They really know what they're doing, and they come out with like superior blends. I mean, you might not have heard of Aging Room, but Aging Room superior cigars. Like critically acclaimed by a lot of publications and on the internet. If you want to search it out, Aging Room, whether it be the Quattro F55 or any other products done by Aging Room. Like I said, this comes out of the DR. The uh, the Aging Room Quattro F55 Quattro. The wrapper is from is Indonesian Sumatra, and the filler and binder is from the Dominican Republic. Like I said, the blender is Yogi Blanco. Whether or not you know him, I know him. I've heard of him. I think I've seen him on the internet. Um, Very well respected blender. And Rafael Nadal. I mean, is Rafael? It's no Mr. Nadal. Nodal, not Nadal, like the tennis player. Very very well respected within the industry. Aging Room came out of nowhere. They also do swag cigars. Aging Room is, I think, a little bit more well known. All the cigars they make are really, really, really good. So that's a review. The Aging Room Quattro F55. I want to say this is like a light natural color or dark Connecticut. It's a Sumatra wrapper, but it's kind of light for a Sumatra wrapper. Um, I'll be pairing it with some water, some Diet Cola, and the alcoholic beverage for tonight. Um, I'll be drinking good old Grey Goose vodka from France, neat. I've done that in the previous review. I enjoy it. I go to bars now and order it neat. Seems to impress the bartenders, especially when they're women. Anyway, so that's the review. Gonna take a break, kind of like get everything in order, and hope you guys are having a wonderful night out there. I know tomorrow's Tuesday. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday morning. Hope your work week goes well, and best wishes. I'll take care, and I'll be right back. Okay, back again. Again, to reiterate, this is the review of the Aging Room F55 Quattro or Aging Room Quattro F55. Um, I want to say this is what's a robusto size box press robusto. Looks to be about a 5 by 50 ring gauge. It's got a. It's not. I wouldn't say it's very firm. Kind of almost like spongy. So the sides are a little bit more harder. I want to say is you can have a really good draw to it. Smells like sweet tobacco off the wrapper, sweet tobacco off the foot. Let's light it up. So we're gonna go ahead and take the foot band off. You don't want to smoke a cigar with a foot band on. At least I don't. I'm not that rookie. Although at one point I remember smoking a cigar and it was kind of dark, and I forgot to I forgot the cigar had a foot band and I lit it and needless to say that didn't turn out that great. Didn't help the flavor of the cigar anyway. But I mean, just goes to show, sometimes it might not be the greatest thing to smoke a cigar in not a well lit area or place. So I gotta light this toast it up a little bit. There we go. All right. Oh, maybe I should clip it. That's a rookie mistake. I was seeing I saw this one episode with Cigar Vixen because I watch Cigar Vixen video reviews. She does cigars too, so obviously Cigar Vixen. And she did this one interview, well, not interview, but she was with Carlito Fuente. I believe she was at some kind of event or whatever, and she was like so nervous when she was around Carlito. And Carlito offered her a cigar, and she was trying to light it, but she forgot to like clip the head, and she was like so embarrassed. I feel for her. I just had that moment here. I forgot to clip the head off this aging room, and I mean, it's not really a rookie mistake. Maybe it's just like one of those brain farts or whatever that occur once in a while. So it's kind of windy out here. I'm gonna go ahead and looks pretty lit. I'm gonna go ahead and toast the edge of the foot. There you go. Yeah. Well, let's see what this little cigar has for us tonight. Yeah. Wow, right away I'm getting like leather. It's very leather, like a really strong leather with tobacco, kind of like backing it up. Spicy. Um, the Cuban tobacco and the not the Cuban tobacco, but the Dominican tobacco in the binder and filler of this cigar is Cuban seed. Um, the Indonesian Sumatra wrapper. Um, I can't really make that assertion. I don't know, but I don't know if Sumatra comes from Cuba. It doesn't sound like it, so I really don't want to make that assertion. But I do know that the binder and filler is all Cuban seed, meaning that seed from Cuba was taken to the Dominican Republic and planted and produced tobacco there that is of Cuban seed or that is Cuban seed origin. And as you know, I told you before. I think Aging Room, the company is out of the Dominican Republic. Um, I mean, I don't want to say it's a very large company, but you know, it's growing. You know, I love them. I love Aging Room. Aging Room reminds me of PDR. Or yeah, PDR is by what's his name? Uh, Abe Flores. I mean, I don't know if they run the same kind of like company in terms of like design or whatever, but their cigars remind me of each other. Um, just excellent. I can't recommend Aging Room and PDR high enough. You know what I mean? You can understand why I love like Dominican cigars. I mean, when you have Fuente, PDR, Aging Room coming out of there, Davidoff, La Aurora, which is the oldest one and might be the best company out of there, the first Dominican cigar company, and then you have like Altadas in general. I'm forgetting a couple, but in before Dominicana, those are some powerhouse companies, and making great cigars. So I mean, you can understand. I mean, I love Dominican cigars. I love Nicaraguan cigars. Don't get me wrong. I love Honduran cigars. Cuban cigars. I've had a couple Cuban cigars. I mean, Cuban cigars obviously you got to give respect to. Ecuadorian, Jamaican, Mexican. Tastes good. I like it. So whatever, man. I mean, but Dominican is where my heart is, though. Whew. Wow, this is a really full body, full strength cigar, dude. I mean, like, it doesn't have the dark kind of flavors that the last few reviews I've done, like like the Ashen VSG and the Avo Synchro Nicaragua and the Opus Triple X had kind of darker flavors, even though it really shouldn't have been as an Opus, but it did. Um, and the there was another one, but I mean, like those those cigars in a row were so dark in tone that I wanted to switch it up tonight and smoke a cigar, and I wanted to smoke this particular Aging Room Quattro F55. And I was like, hell, man, if I'm going to smoke a cigar, man, I may as well drink and shoot a review. You know what I mean? It's like Monday night, hell, I don't work. So, like, I got tomorrow off free. I don't have to wake up early. So it's like, well, and so it's like, hell, man, got nothing else to do. So I didn't feel like sleeping. Let's shoot another review. And I'm having a good time, though, because this cigar rocks, man. I'm getting something like popcorn feed. Popcorn feed. Wow. Tobacco, spice, leather, full body, full strength, full flavor. I mean, for such a diminutive stick, I mean, this is only about a 50 ring gauge stick, by 5 inches long. I mean, like, there's really a lot of power in this thing. A lot of full body. I'm getting popcorn feed. Popcorn feed. If you don't know, I've mentioned in some earlier reviews. If you had missed it, it's sort of like some people say they taste popcorn. I taste for a lot of times I taste popcorn feet, like it's popcorn mixed with like athlete's foot. Popcorn feet. I like it. I mean, it's not a foul smell. It's not a flat foul taste. It's just a really interesting kind of like funky kind of like funky taste. I also got some bread, like yeasty bread. This is definitely not a classic. I mean, because I was hoping to smoke something like a classic, like Connecticut flavor, or maybe Rosado, like an Opus flavor with like cedar and leather and tobacco and spice. This is it's a little bit. This is kind of still on the darker side. I mean, I guess I picked the wrong steak, man. This is not the Connecticut kind of slash Rosado flavor that I'm looking for, but it's delicious though. It's not as dark as say like the Ashen VSG though. So ooh, yeasty bread, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pair this with some Grey Goose vodka from France. Like I said, I've been going to bars and stuff like that, and ordering vodka straight and tequila straight, and I actually had this really hot bartender over at a bar that I go to called Bar Lily in Hunt Valley, Maryland. Beautiful, beautiful brunette chick. Her name is Jacqueline, I think, or Jackie. And I told her, because I kept ordering Budweiser there, and they're like, so she was like, why don't you branch out to a sangria or whatever? And that made me self-conscious because I was like always ordering Budweiser or whatever. I mean, that's what I usually drink when I go out to bars or whatever because they don't have Sol usually, and like I would mix it up with Sol if they had Sol, but so that made me self-conscious. So I said, hey man, can you like go ahead and pour me a nice neat vodka in a rocks glass? And she did, and I was like, so I guess you don't really get that too much. She's like, oh, I get that. I drink vodka neat all the time. That's what she said. And she said, I drink tequila neat. That really surprised me because I don't think people usually do that. But I asked her if she was Russian. She's not Russian. I mean, but she's beautiful though. Here it is. Good old Grey Goose neat. But she's hot. She's definitely a dime. She's a really hot girl. She's probably like 5'10", 5'8", 5'10", really big chick with like nice proportions, if you know what I mean. Not that she's like heavy. I mean, she's a dime. I mean, figure it out for yourself. You know what I mean? Um, Straight dime. Nice personality. I mean, I was like, I don't know if she's flirting with me or whatever. I mean, I heard someone told me she had a boyfriend or whatever, but I don't know, man. I mean, like, um, I don't know. We talk a lot and stuff like that. We get along and everything. It's just that I was told she had a boyfriend or whatever. Sometimes I catch her looking at me though, so I don't know, man. Whatever. Kind of smells like flowers. Smells like flowers. This fragrance. Very nice. Goes down so smooth. Mm. A little bit of alcohol in the end. A little bit of rubbing alcohol in the end, but I mean, come on, vodka's vodka, right? I mean, it's strange enough drinking it neat, so hey, whatever, man. Monday night, I'm not going anywhere. What the hell, man? May as well drink and smoke a cigar. I'm happy. I'm getting like yeasty bread, yeasty sweet bread, um, tobacco, spice, um, yeah, just sweet tobacco. Anyway, so here we are into the first third of the Aging Room F55 Quattro. From Aging Room Cigars out of the Dominican Republic. The owner and president is actually, yeah, it is. I went on the internet during the break. It is Rafael Nadal. I mean, you could confuse it with Rafael Nadal from you know professional tennis, the champion. But Rafael Nodal is spelled Nodal. That's the president of Aging Room. Rafael Nadal is spelled Nadal. So the tennis player, though. So that's the difference. And I'm going to head into a break. Hope you guys are wonderful out there. Hope your week goes well. Kind of like, kind of interested to see what goes on with these the Supreme Court confirmation hearings with Judge Kavanaugh. I might watch that those hearings with his accuser. So that should be interesting. So y'all take care. Be right back. Okay, back again. Again, I'm Ray Talavis. This is the cigar review for the Aging Room F55 Quattro or Quattro F55. Just enjoying this smoke thoroughly. I want to say that unlike the previous four reviews in this series, whether it be the Action VSG, the Avo, the My Father, or the Opus X Triple X. Those previous four reviews before this review were bought at a local B&M in Baltimore City. This one came out of my personal stock. This cigar I want to say is like 2.5 years old. Um, it's got some age on it. I'm telling you, it smokes fresh as ever. And during the break, I mean, like, I mean, sometimes I mean, it changes a lot from draw to draw. Sometimes I get like just paradisical, like paradise, rich, complex tobacco flavor. Sometimes I get like popcorn feet. Sometimes I mean the dominant flavors would be this. Then there was charcoal mixed with the rich tobacco. There's a lot of spice. Just I mean, sweet bread, yeasty bread, yeasty bread, or like yeast is like very yummy tasting in bread. Not in private parts. Just kidding. I'm sorry. I should stay PC, but or women's private parts. Whatever. No offense to women out there. I love women. So hey man, I mean, let's go ahead and get another tasting of this cigar. The um uh Aging Room um, Quattro F55. Wow. Just wonderful, wonderful, like strong, complex tobacco, interspersed with charcoal that kind of like brightens up and cuts through the richness of the tobacco. That's what I got from this. Drinking along with some neat Grey Goose vodka. Um, Very smooth. It does have that rubbing alcohol kick at the end, kind of to remind you that you're drinking alcohol, duh. But it's kind of funny though because like that's what I associate with Russian vodka is the rubbing alcohol taste. But if my memory serves me right, the Stolichnaya Russian vodka didn't have that rubbing alcohol kick at the end. It was just went down really smooth and kind of weird because this French vodka, which I wouldn't think would have that because they're both super premium vodkas, but I just wouldn't think Grey Goose would have that, but it does. Does have that kind of like rubbing alcohol kick at the end to remind you that you're drinking vodka neat or whatever, or without some kind of thing to mask the flavor. But anyway, I didn't have that rubbing alcohol kick at the end. Very nice, very smooth. If you're not familiar with like drinking vodka neat, it's kind of like hold on a second. Ooh, just rich tobacco flavor and a little bit of charcoal. As you can tell, we're into the second third of the aging room. Um, it's probably at the midway point. Smoke's great. Construction. Tell you the draw. The draw is just the draw is like pretty much perfect. It's just a voluminous amount of easy smoke coming out. Just just an A plus draw. And that's been the case with like every aging room quattro. Every sample I've had, I bought a box of these. Like I said, about 2.5, 3 years ago. Wind's kicking up. Hope the laptop doesn't fly off the table, but kind of like a sail with the screen kind of upright. But yeah, I mean, as far as I can remember, like most of the aging room from the box that I bought have had great draws. So kind of hold the laptop. It's getting windy out here. There's some popcorn feet mixed with tobacco and charcoal. I have a little bit of Diet Coke. Drink it with some Grey Goose. That is nice. But I was saying, drinking not vodka neat. I mean, like you might have had a vodka martini or whatever, and if you had those, you probably know what I'm talking about. But they do put like garnishes in there, like olives or lemons or lemon peels or whatever. But I mean, for those of you who've never had drinking vodka neat, it's like drinking a brown liquor, like a whiskey or like a rum or whatever, but without the caramel flavor. It's very elegant. I mean, it's a very elegant drink. I mean, I wouldn't hesitate drinking a vodka neat at like a wedding or a special occasion or like a New Year's Eve ballroom ball or whatever, or a special anniversary for someone you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go into another break. Smoke the old aging room down into the final third. Give you some tasting notes during the break that I have. Anyway, hope you guys have a great week out there. Best wishes, good health, take care. Okay, back again into the final segment of this review for the Aging Room Quattro F55 from Aging Room out of the Dominican Republic. Just a wonderful cigar. some tasting notes from the break. Just some really rich tobacco flavor. Sometimes popcorn feet kind of like pops in. Which is I love popcorn feet. I love it when I get it. I've had it in a few other cigars. Um, Charcoal, but mostly rich tobacco flavor, rich, deep, sometimes very deep tobacco flavor. The one thing I have to say about the cigar, I would say that the body has been steadily full. The strength has been steady and full. But the flavor kind of fluctuates a little bit. I mean, very rarely does it dip into medium. Sometimes it's medium full, and then most of the time it's full flavor. I mean, like, if it was always full flavor, then I would probably give this a 5-star rating. We're into the final third here. What I'm looking at here is a 4.5-star cigar. The For this particular sample, anyway, of the Aging Room Quattro F55. Some nice tobacco and charcoal there. Um, you know, the thing is though, the highs are so high, and the lows are very far and in between in terms of like the medium flavor. That pulls to a 4.5, but the medium to low medium flavor kind of pulls it down from being like a steady 5. If it was always a full flavor cigar, then I would probably give it a 5-star. Um, Nonetheless, a very enjoyable cigar experience. Just enjoying this tremendously. Drinking some vodka neat, Grey Goose. Yeah, you should try this. It's very nice. I mean, I first saw this with Russians. Like I was watching a Travel Channel show. I think it might have been Anthony Bourdain and his Russian friend in Russia, but it might have been something else. And it was showing like it was there was like some kind of like event in a ballroom or whatever, and they showed like Russians drinking vodka neat, like it was like some sort of like fine wine or fine scotch, and I was thinking, whoa, you know, that's hardcore. I mean, like savoring vodka. So I had the inspiration to do it, and I did it in a previous review on the Angel Share review, and I loved it, and I've been going to bars ever since. Ordering vodka and tequila neat in rocks glasses and everything. So it's kind of interesting. I like it though. Wow, this is a really good cigar, man. This is a really good cigar. 4.5 stars. I mean, what can you say? I mean, it's still excellent. You know what I mean? A 4.5-star rating is excellent. And it turns out to be, it's still an excellent rating. It's an honest rating. And I'm trying to tell you that. I mean, if I was not being honest with you, then I might say it's a 5-star cigar. I mean, because it could be. It has the potential. It might be just the sample. And I'm not saying the sample is bad by any means. It's an excellent, excellent cigar. The sample. It's just that it's just not consistently excellent throughout from like beginning to end, and then that's what I require a 5-star cigar to be. But 4.5 is still excellent. And like I said in I forget what review it was, a previous review, a couple of reviews or whatever ago. I mean, anything 3.5 stars is a very enjoyable and up is a very enjoyable experience to me. Just a very enjoyable experience. So, and this has been a great experience. I'm very thankful and happy that I had this experience tonight and sharing it with you. Nice charcoal, tobacco, because charcoal and graphite and lead, pencil lead, it cuts through the richness of tobacco, kind of like makes it all better. It kind of balances out like the richness of like a really good tobacco or cedar or leather flavor. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and summarize my tasting experience or smoking experience with this Aging Room Quattro F55 from Aging Room Cigars. Wonderful, wonderful experience. Glad I did it. Wonderful, wonderful Monday night going into, actually it's Tuesday morning around 12:03 in the morning here in Baltimore, Maryland, Eastern Standard Time. Um, Glad I did this. I can probably just chill out now and relax a little bit before I head to sleep. What a wonderful experience. Glad I did it. Just delicious, rich, really deep, deep tobacco flavor with charcoal. Um, so my tasting summary of the cigar is that the predominant flavor is tobacco, rich tobacco, rich at some points like really deep, rich tobacco flavor. With popcorn feet popping in once in a while. Spice. Not so much leather. Brown bread, yeasty sweet bread or yeasty bread, sweet bread, um, and charcoal. Wonderful cigar. Highly recommend it. If you like what you heard, I suggest you buy a stick and try it. My recommendation: 4.5 stars out of 5. Excellent, excellent grade. Excellent, excellent cigar. Wonderful experience. Been enjoying this with the Grey Goose vodka from France. I want to say it's a very wonderful pairing because like the vodka kind of like wakes you up. You know what I mean? To smoke the cigar. So here's to you people working out there or you know living your life in America or wherever you are. This is for you all. Good life. So this has been the review of the Aging Room Quattro F55. I'm going to end this review the way I usually end my reviews. I wish you all good health, good wealth, good fortune, good friends, and family. You all take care out there. Take care.